The 2019 NJASCD Dr. Ernest L. Boyer Outstanding Educator Award winner is Dr. Saul Rubinstein. Saul Rubinstein is a professor at Rutgers University and the organizer of the New Jersey Public School Labor Management Collaborative, an initiative based on Saul's research with John McCarthy from Cornell University and Charles Heckscher from Rutgers, in which partners from NJPSA, NJASA, NJEA, and NJSBA work together to promote collaboration in school districts.
We invited them here to Rutgers in this building, and we shared the findings that we had, that in fact, if we are able to find ways to create formal partnerships between the unions and administration, and that can then lead to greater collaboration between the educators in the school, that can make a difference for student achievement as well as for the teaching climate and culture. There are certainly differences in the interests of teachers' unions, school boards, and administration, but there's more in common than there is in competition or in conflict. And so we were trying to build on that and say, can we identify those areas where teachers' unions and school boards and administrators share an interest in teaching and learning, and can we focus school improvement around those issues? And can we do that in a way that institutionalizes the effort?
And so the representatives of these educational organizations that make up the collaborative suggested a pilot program to put the research into practice that has now grown to include 21 districts.
This collaborative is a way to address social emotional learning for the adults in the district, because they feel empowered, they feel respected, even if they do, and when it's combined with consistent, transparent processes, then there's an acceptance of a decision regardless of what it is, because there's faith in the process that got us there.
I don't think anyone would argue that collaboration is good, but he had data that backed it up and said it's more than just a way to improve your climate. Look at what it's doing for student achievement.
In the districts that have started to really practice these practices, their voices are magnified and they have a voice and they're part of the decision-making process.
And the idea is that hopefully New Jersey can play a leading role in this alternative approach to school reform. That's one that's based on collaboration across institutions that allow for differences in the way problems are identified and solved and decisions are made and the communities are brought into the process of school improvement. And I think it's really exciting. I'm very optimistic.
It's Saul's commitment to the process, right? And his belief in the fact that if you bring people together and you engage in conversation in the right way, that good things come out of it at the other end. The research just helps prove that.
But when you have teachers vested in the decision making, not just the day-to-day decisions in their classroom, but the decisions that impact the entire school and the community, you're going to have better decisions being made. And all of our decisions start with what's best for the kids.
So what does it do? It does lead to better results. There's documentation with that. But there are things that we don't even think about that are being impacted. Things like school climate, the morale of staff, the connections of people, and the data that Saul shares regarding the solid connections of conversations that are professionally based in a school are just very significant.
I'm very honored and grateful to receive this award. I see this as a recognition not of my work, but of our work collaboratively. I see this as a recognition of the work of NJPSA, NJASA, NJSBA, NJEA, and Rutgers together, trying to come together for the sake of students across the state and to try to create an alternative narrative to the way schools can be improved.